Hello and welcome back. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Erin.
And this is the Getaways Podcast. We have a special guest today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jonathan. I'm excited to be here.
Nice to meet you, Jonathan.
Nice to meet you all. Excited to be here on Getaways with a Z.
Yes.
Got to hit that Z.
Jonathan, we've talked about him. He's Lisa's nephew.
And
Megan's brother.
And Megan's brother.
Yeah.
So it is all coming
That's right.
around and you're meeting the whole family. So we are going to talk about this. We did the part 1 of Normandy. Today we are going to cover part 2, which is the Normandy beaches, which I've been there twice, once with Erin and Dylan and once with just me and Jonathan.
Specifically the D-Day beaches.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Should we dive in?
Dive in.
So in the D-Day beaches, like starting off with, I guess, Omaha, because I think that's my favorite beach.
That's the one I think that gets the most credit for the American involvement in
Right.
D-Day.
Saving Private Ryan.
Is that where it was
Saving Private
supposed to be
Ryan.
set?
Yeah.
Okay. Which it wasn't actually shot there. we
No,
know, right?
you guys are thinking UK, right? I think that's
UK
what I said.
UK and Ireland, I think.
I thought
Yeah.
Spain for some reason, but
Might be some of Spain.
But anyway, Omaha Beach is the American landing was there on June 6th of 1944, and it's hard to imagine a beach that beautiful and that peaceful today was that violent at that time.
And it is extremely peaceful today.
Yeah.
And just, you feel the nature, you feel the waves, you feel the wind. And it's hard to imagine that much violence and noise and destruction.
Yeah. And lives lost. I mean, like,
Lives lost.
just the amount of bloodshed on that beach is such a polar opposite of the feeling that you get when you are there.
yeah.
I mean, in the morning that we went, Jonathan and I went, we had Rex. We were there pretty early in the morning, like
was
before
8:30,
9. Yeah.
8:30?
Yeah. And it was something I'd never seen before. And that the waves were like, there was way far out, there was a wave, then there was a bit of sand, and then there was another bit of waves, and then there was a bit of sand, and then another one. So it was like 3 layers of beach and sand. And we were maybe 2 of 5 people in the area.
Yeah, there wasn't many. There was just a few people out there. And to your point, the beach stretched out quite a bit to the
Yeah.
water. And to stand out there and think, I have to make this 500-yard, 400-yard stretch while getting shot at
Yeah.
is just unbelievable and so inhumane.
Yeah. And at that moment also thinking how incredibly beautiful, because the sun was coming up. Like, I mean, it was a spectacular morning, and Rex was running around like a fool, like thought he was in paradise, like running through all the water and the wet sand and chasing the ball. And like, it was just such a like beautiful morning that it was just, again, such a reminder of how crazy the juxtaposition between now and then, you know?
Right. Well, I think too, coming up in my generation and seeing kind of our introduction as millennials being Saving Private Ryan, it's not that. When you get there, you don't feel that. It feels like a beach.
Right.
And nature has taken back
Yeah.
the bunkers and everything, and a lot of it's overgrown, and you're like, this feels like a really nice beach.
Yeah.
And then you remember I'm standing on like basically a graveyard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even being in the water makes you feel a little bit, apprehensive, like, should I even be here?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, no, that's it. It is a little bit of a hesitation of like, is this respectful? But like you said, nature has taken it back. So it's like, and it's also important to learn all the things. So
Well, nature's taking it back, and the United States, Britain, Canada,
France.
all the Allies forces took it back.
yeah, no, exactly.
So
Exactly.
it is France's to enjoy again.
Yeah.
Do people like go there in the summer and swim and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. I mean, we saw people swimming, and it's very much a recreational area, I think, now.
Yeah, and especially to the north and south of specifically Omaha Beach, where the bunkers are and the monuments, you can see resorts and people with those wind sand surfing things further up and down. So it has its little area of homage. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But just north and south of that, it does pick up as you would a regular beach.
Right.
There was nobody really on the beach when you and Rex went, when Dylan and I went to the museum.
No. Well, there was a tour actually there the morning that I was talking about. Do you remember that? There was like 5 people on a tour. Yeah, there weren't a lot of people. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's like a destination you would go as a non wanting to experience the D-Day aspect of it. I don't know. But so then right above the beach that we're talking about is the American Cemetery.
Which is crazy.
Incredibly powerful and emotional.
And well done.
I mean, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, yeah. Our government's putting the American government's putting money into it.
Yeah.
Which is good to see.
Yeah.
And it's well kept, well maintained.
And it's in the beginning of Private Ryan too. Isn't that where Matt Damon's walking down?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's pristine. And the whole place it's just, when you see the number of graves, and it's overwhelming and emotional and a lot of things I didn't expect to feel. And that's the third time I'd been there. I've been there 3 times.
Well, because when we went, you said that the first time you went, you were allowed to walk.
Yes, along the graves.
Now you can't. You have to stay on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
I guess maybe if your family's there, you get special access or something.
Yeah. But no, I remember kind of weaving in and out and looking at specific names and dates and, but you cannot do that anymore. But it doesn't get less powerful the number of times you see it either. I mean, it's still kind of takes your breath away in a lot of good and bad ways,
Yeah. So at Omaha Beach, Dylan and I, and you went to it as well, right? The Omaha Beach Museum. Correct. Down by the beach. I liked that one a lot. It's very small.
No, that one you didn't go to. You went to the one in Utah on the beach, but the Omaha Beach is the one down that you drive down there.
Yeah. You went to the Overlord, which is by the cemetery as well.
Correct.
But away from the beach.
But
up the hill.
Yeah.
Dylan and I went to the one right down by where you drive down almost we took you down to the beach and then turned around. It's probably like 3 blocks back up towards the main road towards land, and it's a small museum. It took us maybe an hour. It had a lot of memorabilia, a lot of like guns and bullets because Dylan really liked that, and a lot of like almost interactive. Like it felt like there were rooms where it felt like you could hear the guns and you could hear the voices and stuff. It was very cool, but very small. But we enjoyed it. That was our second museum. And then you went to the Overlord, which I went into to get Dylan a sand jar.
Yeah.
And a bullet from one of the guns that they used, keychain. But we didn't go to that museum. So what was that like?
I think it was pretty similar. It was a lot of mannequins dressed up in uniform, American, British, and also German. But same kind of thing. They had the sights and sounds and kind of gives you that Band of Brothers or Saving Private Ryan feel inside the museum. I will say, when you go to Omaha Beach, if you're expecting to see the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan, it's not it. Those bunkers weren't in that part of the beach. Nature's taking it back. Don't go there expecting that opening scene. But those museums do kind of lend more of that feel. To where it kind of, especially people my age that kind of grew up with video games and stuff, and not to bring it all back to entertainment because it shouldn't be entertainment, but it's
the way to get people to pay attention.
It is.
And the way to teach people on a certain level, I mean, it like you said, it was your introduction to World War II in a weird way. And like there's a reason for that. And that makes it memorable and consumable, so that then you do want to go visit places like that and learn more about it. So coming from somebody in entertainment, I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing, you know?
Right.
Okay, so then if you're leaving the Overlord, is that what it's called? The Overlord Museum, just down the street is a place called Pointe du Hoc, and that is
Crater Park.
Yeah, and that's literally what it is. And it's so funny because now I notice them everywhere. Like I said, we were driving the other day and where were we? Maybe on the way home from Sweden.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, is that a crater from a bomb?
It was in Germany, yeah.
It was in Germany, yeah. But like, it's so distinctive when you then know what you're looking at, right?
Yeah.
But describe, you didn't go.
No, I sat in the car with Rex because dogs aren't allowed there. Right. Did we find that park from that podcast that we listened to when we were driving to
Pointe du Hoc? I think we did, but I don't remember what podcast it was. Do you?
No, but I'll find it. I'll find it because it was a really good podcast. It was a veteran, right?
It was.
And him and his dad came over. And yes.
And I think his dad served, didn't he? And that was the first time that he had been there. Yeah.
So I'll find that podcast and put it in the post whenever this goes up at some point during the week, because that gave us a lot of information, and we kind of planned all of our beach and museums around that podcast.
Right. And we hope that you will do the same after you listen to this podcast.
So yeah, Pointe du Hoc, I stayed in the car because dogs are not allowed. So
yes. So Dylan and I walked around, and then Jonathan, you walked around.
I walked around for a while. You're correct. It was the point where the U.S. Army Rangers scaled that big cliff to get to the top. Just unbelievable. And then you see it's almost like you would expect like a moon.
Yeah.
Like a moon surface. It's just these giant craters that are 80 years old, but still have such an impact. And the bunkers and everything up there.
Yeah, tons of bunkers. But the thing that's weird to me, and it goes back to what you said earlier about nature taking it back, but they're all green.
Yeah.
And it's like, part of me was like, but these were bombs. Like, how can anything still live and grow and be there? But it can be lush and green and like just have these enormous indentations of destruction. Like, it's such a weird thing.
Do you have to pay to go in there?
No, there's a museum there too. Did you go? You went through real quick, I think. I think we went to the bathroom there.
But I remember it being a little bit. It wasn't unkept, but you had to be certain areas. You had to be careful where you were stepping, especially if you're going in and out of the bunkers. And there's water in there just from rain and the weather.
Salute!
Bless you, Rex.
So I think maybe the no dogs is something to do with just the ground surface. Those areas where you walk across metal plates and that like grid.
Like safety purposes, maybe.
Can you walk down into the craters?
Into the craters? No. But you can go into a few of the bunkers.
Okay.
Bunkers and the anti-aircraft.
So from there, then Utah.
But the Utah Beach was interesting. The museum was interesting.
That was the first place we went.
Right.
Was Utah Beach. And so we went down on the beach with you at the very beginning, and then Dylan and I went up to
the museum.
The museum, which is really cool. It was more like vehicles and airplanes.
Yeah, I felt like it was more aviation based than anything, and flags and different troops and divisions and all that.
But that was our first stop. And so Dylan found there, you can buy empty jars that has the name of the beach on it, that you go down and you put sand in it. And so he did that. He got that for Omaha and Utah. But at the Utah Beach, we came back down after, and Dylan was dead set on just digging around. He's sure he was going to find an artifact from the war. Yeah. Remember, he's like, there's got to be a ring or a bullet or something around here.
Well, he was a lot more affected by that part of the trip than I anticipated.
Oh yeah, I didn't think he was going to enjoy it at all. Yeah, and he really did.
I mean, he was fascinated by understanding what happened and why and how.
Because the museums do such a good job.
With
that.
Yeah,
because he didn't learn, because we left America when he was in third grade. So he hadn't learned anything about the wars then.
Right.
And then I don't even know if he learned about it in Italy.
Well, it's going to be
and he didn't learn about it here. Yeah. So, yeah. So that was really his first entree into learning about all of it.
It's called a hands-on education, people. And there's a little cafe there too. So you could spend really an afternoon at Utah and have, be able to really kind of take your time and go to the beach and have lunch and go to the museum.
Yeah.
All right, we moving on?
Yep.
Sainte-Mère-Église.
That was my favorite. That's the church, right?
Yeah.
And so there's this church in this town. What's the town called?
That's the name of the church. I mean, that's
the church.
That's the name of. I think it's Sainte-Mère, and then the Église is the
church.
Yeah.
So in this town, it's where all the airborne people flew into, right?
Correct.
And there's this big church in the center of the town. And I don't know if it's a true story.
I think it is. I read it in several sources when we were arriving there.
One of the paratroopers, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Got stuck on the chapel with his parachute. Did he die?
No, he pretended to be dead so that everybody would leave him alone.
Yeah. So now the church has a mannequin,
a replica,
up there all the time.
Yeah.
And they have the stained glass with I believe Mary, and on either side of Mary are two paratroopers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
You
know
didn't go
that.
into the church.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we
it's
went into the
super interesting.
Yeah. The town is super cute. And when we were there was also a big market. I think it was there when we were there too, was it? Was
I
it
don't
not?
think so, no.
But big open air market. We got sausage from a little stand and
Great sausages.
Oh,
because
we had a hard time
Boulangerie.
finding food. Yeah.
Rex and I explored everywhere, and it was a really, really cute town. But then you guys went to the Airborne Museum.
Did you go to the Airborne Museum?
I did.
Yeah, that was a good museum.
Airborne Museum was a very good museum.
Yeah.
You could walk inside one of the planes
Yeah.
that the paratroopers jumped out of. Kind of similar to the Overlord and the Omaha Museum.
Yeah, so it's very tactile and you feel like you're there. But it's dedicated to the U.S. Airborne divisions, and the focus is on the paratrooper drop before the dawn of June 6th. So I guess June 6th was the day, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was D-Day.
That was D-Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But I will say that separately, the three of you said that the Airborne Museum was your favorite thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you know what's not on our list here that I forgot to put is you went to the German cemetery.
The German cemetery, that's right. Yeah. Different feel. A lot of the same people that were at the other cemetery were there, kind of history people looking to see what that was.
What was it? Why is there a German cemetery?
So that's what's interesting. They have an agreement, certain countries in Europe, France and Germany are a pair of them, where they agree to, based off what I read, they agree to bury each other's dead or have a cemetery for the other country's dead in certain areas. And it sounded like it was dating back from World War I when they had those rules between themselves. It doesn't sound like Russia participated with Germany in those rules, but that was, although the same war, a different conflict in a way.
It's very civilized.
Yeah.
I mean, because you think, especially back then, that people would be so mad still that they wouldn't want to honor the other country's dead.
Right. Yeah. That's what I would think. Why would you want them in your land? Get rid of them. But going through that museum, you found that they're the devils you think that are there, and that museum shows them and talks about them. And then there's a lot of people that are buried there who were fighting for the Germans, who were from other parts of the world, other parts of Europe, Eastern Europe, that maybe joined the German Nazi party, not really realizing what they were getting into, or were forced to do that more than likely when they took over their area in Eastern Europe. So it can get a little complex, but it's not nearly as grand or as impressive, obviously, as the American cemetery.
It's much darker.
It's
I
much
didn't go
darker.
in, but Rex and I walked in front, and the gravestones, that's what they're called, right?
Gravestones.
In the American are all white.
White crosses.
Either white crosses.
Marble, I believe.
Or Star of David for the Jewish people that fought and were lost.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. You go to the German cemetery and the tombstones were, I don't know what they were made of because I didn't get that close, but they're quite dark.
They're very dark and double-sided. But I would say that the German cemetery is worth a visit. If you're into the history and you're into the history of World War II, I would say it's worth a visit. It's interesting.
All right. So should we switch gears entirely? Mm-hmm. So Mont Saint-Michel, which is at the very tail southern end of Normandy. And you've all seen it. It is the Instagrammable most
It's
perfect.
spectacular.
Yeah. I mean, it is. And the abbey on top of it was an old monastery and then a prison, but it's from the 8th century.
8th century.
And
that means the 700s.
Yeah. And it is 100% worth a visit.
It was a prison during the French Revolution. Did you know that?
Well, I just said it. So
Yeah,
yes, I did.
I was like, wait a second. Jonathan's getting confused over here.
I guess I can't read and listen.
Are
at the
those
same
headphones
time.
on, Aaron?
I gotta take them off.
I can believe it, in fact. So it is basically like one tiny little pathway going up. And then it ends at the Abbey, which is the building up at the top, which we toured.
It's a hefty hike. It's a lot of uphill.
Yeah.
And it's crowded.
It's
It
crowded.
can get very crowded.
We fueled our body with some I don't think we had galettes there. I don't know what we had.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
With some food and some really good cider.
Some amazing
To make it up to the top.
I know you like your cider.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's good.
It's so good. But okay, so Jonathan and I took the tour of the Abbey with the audio tour, which the tickets were 11 and the audio tour was 3 each. But there was a ginormous line. That's why we never did it the first time. And we could bypass, didn't we bypass all that whole big line when we went in?
We passed the whole line. I don't know how. We
I
had
bought
front of line
tickets
passes?
before. Yeah, I bought tickets before, knowing that it was going to be a long one.
So it was a front of the line pass, basically.
Well, I don't know. I think we just could walk up to like get in because the other people were waiting to buy tickets.
Okay.
And I'm still convinced Derek McCormick, who's an actor and an Irish actor, I'm pretty sure is the one who does the voice record for the audio tour. Do you remember that? And I was like, this is the guy from Bad Sisters. So Derek, if you're listening.
I've looked it up and I can't find
it anywhere, but I'm convinced that that's him. But anyway, I digress. But the tour is really worth it, I think, if you buy your tickets in advance and you don't have to wait in the mile-long line. You agree?
Is it pretty in
The
there?
number one tip from Getaways with a Z is get a front of the line pass.
Everywhere. Front of the line passes everywhere.
It is worth it. You will waste away your vacation in lines.
Yeah, no, for sure.
In the on-season in Europe without it.
But yes, definitely worth it. It's beautiful. It's interesting. You have a fantastic view from up there of like out some of the little balconies of the whole area.
And you can go in the church.
You go in the building. It's not a church.
Oh.
It's an abbey. Right? I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah, I don't know.
But it wasn't a church because there was like housing and there was all kinds of things.
I believe it was a prison at one point.
I did not know that.
There's no way of knowing. Every inch of that place was interesting.
Yeah.
From the Abbey to the roads, going up to the poop chutes. It was.
Yes, there was all kinds.
Did you guys walk, like we walked on the outside to come back down, or did you walk down the main road?
No, we kind of cut in and out and went all over on the way down.
It's super cool. And we could have spent the whole day there.
Yeah. And we should say this. Okay, so getting there, Jonathan and I stayed at a little Airbnb very, very close. It was like a 5 or 10 minute drive.
Yeah.
And then, but you park, there's not a whole lot of housing around there, but if you can find it, great. But there's the parking lot at the end. And then you either take shuttle from there to the base of Mont Saint-Michel, right? Or you can walk. But the walk is a good long way.
The walking it is further than it looks.
Yeah, yeah.
It can be a little warm and a little ripe in the shuttle.
Both of those things. Both of those things.
But the walk is long, but it's beautiful too. It's an interesting walk.
But but just be prepared that it's not like you park right outside and walk up. Like it takes you a hot minute to get to the actual base of it.
It's so worth it.
And it can be very weathery.
Mm-hmm. It's very windy.
Very windy, yeah. Because
it's right on the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah. But that was one of my favorite things. We were trying to take a selfie with Dylan, and his hair is like in my face now. But no question, is it worth it? Like it is 100% worth it. Just like everything else, you just got to plan accordingly. Like if you want to go in the Abbey, buy your tickets in advance. Be prepared for there to be a lot of people in front of you as you're walking up the path. But there's tons of like cute, adorable, delicious restaurants going up, tons of souvenir shops, tons of like artsy shops. And none of these places that we're talking about were like expensive. All these museums are nominal fees.
Yeah.
And like I said, getting into the Abbey was like €11. Like you're spending the money on your lodging and your car rental because you need a car.
Right.
Unless you're on a tour, you need to be renting a car.
And you can really do all this in 2 days if you wanted to. And so it could just be a little add-on to like a Paris trip or the other part of Normandy trip, which is super special. Or Brittany.
Yeah. Yeah, which there's a lot of areas of Brittany and just that whole, northern part of France. Like there's so much to do. So yeah, I mean, you could certainly do it in 2 to 3 days and have plenty of time.
To go shopping.
I would say though, that I planned this with both of you guys.
Yes.
And that we ended with Mont Saint-Michel because you end on sort of a little bit of a higher note instead of starting happy and ending a little sadder.
Right.
It was funny though, because after going to all the beaches, I don't think any of us felt sad.
No, but there is you are sort of bombarded with pain and violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and emotion. Similar to if you've ever been to the Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
Yes.
in Hawaii, kind of
Yes.
a heavy feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that. But yeah, I thought that's a good place to end is Mont Saint-Michel because you do
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
kind of a medieval vibe from there.
It's a bit of a palate cleanser, right? I mean, it kind of like lifts the spirits a bit.
Yeah. And you know what else? If you just keep drinking some apple cider while you're there,
Yeah.
lifts some spirits anyway.
Nothing can ever be bad as long as you have a little spirit. All right.
Thanks for joining us, Jonathan.
Thanks, man.
Well, it's always exciting to be here on Getaways with a Z.
I'm going to tell you something. We're setting up where we can do this by phone.
Oh, okay.
And so maybe you can join us for the Super Luxembourg edition.
All right, sounds good.
Coming to you soon.
We're going tomorrow.
All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Check out you want to do it?
Sure. Check out the website at www.getawayswithaz.com.
The Getaways with a Z.
Oh. That's THE getawayswithaz.com.
See you next week.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.